I'm David Glass, Mayor of Petaluma, and Kaye, Chandler, and I have come on down to the animal shelter today, where we're with one of our favorite people, Valerie Fausone, to talk about what's going on at the animal shelter. So we're getting into the holiday spirit. What about the animals? Do they know it?
They do. Well, we were so excited because last week we went to Hotel Petaluma. We did a whole Santa Paws picture fundraiser, and we got to see the whole remodel and how beautiful it was. So that kicked it off. And then this week we've been doing a lot of holiday things, and a lot of our animals are sponsored. So it's a great time to come down and adopt an animal because people are paying it forward. And so we've got most of our dogs, except for I think two, are all sponsored, which means somebody paid the adoption fee forward. So it's exciting. And you know what? It's been so much fun because the kids are coming and all the people bring us blankets and different things they think that, they want to share. So it's just a beautiful place.
And you start wrapping up to get down to the nuts and bolts of it, the fiscal year.
Yep.
And so people are now thinking about, okay, maybe they had good fortune during the calendar year and they're looking for a tax deductible gift. And obviously the animal shelter is going to be the recipient of a lot of that.
Oh, I hope so. We need it. What we do is expensive. And so donations always go in. Our model, just to remind all the viewers, works like this. Our contract amount covers our payroll and insurance and miscellaneous things. And so donations are able to go right to the animals. So it pays for supplies, food, everything, special things that they need. So we love that model because for a donor, it's perfect. You get to pay for things that you really want to pay for, like homeless animals.
All right, so our dog went to the vet this week, and our dog's 12 and a half years old. A Chihuahua might outlive me. Okay, so this is the time of year where you look and you think, wow, that was really expensive because the dog at 12 and a half years, all of a sudden there's teeth issues and some teeth have to be removed and other teeth need to be cleaned. And I'm just wondering if they clean the ones that they're going to remove also, because on a per tooth capita basis, wow, what a bill.
Yeah, it's a big bill. Well, dentals are super important for senior dogs and even for middle-aged dogs. So that'll keep their heart healthy. It's just like people. You got to keep your flossing and brushing, definitely. And we go through that here too because all our animals are spayed, neutered, vaccinated, microchipped. Also, they get rabies and a full veterinary exam at Bradner Veterinary Hospital. And sometimes we have animals that come in here in less than excellent condition. So, for example, they'll need an x-ray. They'll need all kinds of medicine and different things. Most of the time, thankfully, it's mostly skin issues, things like that may look kind of yucky, but will resolve.
A lot of times we talk about different programs that you have, and I remember the senior program where if a senior citizen were adopting and taking a senior dog, then that had special incentives wrapped up around it. Tell us about that program.
We never charge senior people to adopt a senior pet. So in that way, we are sort of participating in trying to get this animal a home. And so we usually look at that. It depends with dogs because the bigger the dog depends on how, for example, a Great Dane may be a senior at 7, whereas a little dog might be a senior at 15. So we just sort of have to see. But on the cats, definitely, we've got anybody over about 7 years old will definitely consider it. So it's not like we're asking people to adopt someone who's 19 and a half years old all the time. Many of the cats that we have now, especially and beautiful kitties at Petco, are 10, which is they've got 10 more years at least.
I hope I do.
I do too, right? So, I mean, we always want to make sure that we support our seniors in our community, and if they need a little help, we're happy to do it. We do that all the time here. I don't know if people know that, but we know we take care of a lot of the homeless dogs and make sure they have what they need. And whenever anyone comes here, we do our best to meet that need.
A lot of times, I've been doing a little bit of traveling, and as you travel, you see dogs are becoming more and more a companion on the road for people because the service dog industry is really taking off. And then some people will try and push the envelope as to what category, really a dog becomes a service dog. I don't think I can get my Chihuahua in that category. But tell me about what really constitutes a service dog and meets that definition.
That's, and people want to come to our shelter sometimes and get a service animal, and that's really a specialty area. So it's like this: Canine Companions for Independence is in Santa Rosa or Roanoke Park, and these folks know exactly. They train dogs for to help with blind people, for deaf people, all these different varieties. So that is, you're truly a trained animal that has been bred and raised to be in the public and be a certified helping pet companion. Whereas some people use animals as sort of assistance with anxiety and different things, and that's a whole different Idaho. So this is where it gets a little bit commingled and mixed up, because all of that is completely valid, but it's just taking them in public and how trained they are and how socialized they are. It's just a slippery slope. So we always try to refer everyone to Canine Companions for Independence, and
Thank you.
well, the experts know.
All right, so my brother, I talked to him a lot about his dog, and his dog, it's looks like a poodle, but it's not, and I can't remember the name of the breed, but it's kind of a special breed. Okay. And the dog actually thinks it's a person, except the dog doesn't file income tax returns, so I'm worried about that dog. Yeah, but when they sit down to eat, my brother feeds the dog people food, because otherwise the dog gets like crushed, hurt feelings. Yeah, sure. That for you and this for me, really?
Right. I know. I'm a dog trainer. My own dog, I've trained him to sit. Now, he doesn't bother us at dinner time, but I do let him sit and lie down over there, and so that's probably silly.
What about dogs that eat people food? Is there a upside to the sociability of it for the person, but is there a downside for the dietary needs of the dog?
Yes, because if you everything it's just great advice. My mom used to tell me this: everything in life you can do in moderation. So the same thing goes for this, because a lot of times with dogs, they can get pancreatitis, which is really not fun, really expensive, and really dangerous. So pancreatitis, you need to avoid that. And so by feeding the dog a lot of high-fat foods, a sudden massive amount of turkey on Thanksgiving, that kind of thing can trigger a big problem. So if you want to give a dog something great, you can do that in moderation. And I would suggest something like a baby carrots, a little piece of apple, anything like that. Cheese doodles, no.
You know what my dog loves? What? To go back to my dog. My dog loves radishes. Okay. It's like the bite into the radish and the squish of the moisture of it and everything. I mean, a dog sees me get a radish because I'll eat radishes. Okay. I love radishes also. Okay. So the dog comes right up to me. That's the dog's favorite treat.
I've never heard of that.
Especially in the hot summertime. Oh, the dog loves radishes.
Well, I just rescued some goats. So now I have 2 goats at my house. So now I'm learning all about goat dietary things. So I'm going to try radishes on my goats.
All right, but wait till the summertime because they find it refreshing. Right. But that's my dog. All right.
Fruits, vegetables. A lot of people feed their dogs green beans, even if they can. Just rinse them so the salt comes off. But
what about spinach?
Spinach is okay.
Gee, now I know where to get rid of the spinach.
That's right. You're like right in there.
I ate my spinach.
Yes, I'm sure you did. Right. So you want to just pick things like that, or a little piece of cheese is fine. Anything is fine. Just make sure it's small and infrequent, and you're fine. And
Okay, so now I've been eating fried eggs. Okay. Okay. So I was making myself these nice, wonderful omelets, and a doctor tells me to lose weight. Well, the omelets, to be any good, they have cheese in them, and 3 different kinds of cheese, and then sausage and a little bit of butter. I cut down somewhere so I don't get the toast. But now I've got to really cut down. So I've got the fried eggs and the runny yolk is on the plate and everything. Okay. And I can't have toast, so that's...
Well, that won't go with radishes.
Well, no, I don't feed the dog radishes, but I'm wondering, so I put that egg yolk down and the dog laps it up. Good or bad for the dog?
That's okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. He's a small dog, so not a lot. Okay, and not every day.
Okay. So now I know, because, see, I don't want to have to throw it away.
Yes. Well, that's true. That's true. And I think, manufacturers today make a really well-balanced food. So if you're in the intermediate kibble category and on up, you're probably okay. We feed a grain-free diet here just because we get vulnerable animals who have a hard time with grains in terms of their skin or their eye infection. It just helps with that. So we do that here. But, in the end...
Okay, so now maybe you're not old enough to, and I doubt if you are because I don't remember when it went off TV. Okay, but you're probably not old enough for this. So let me tell you about what happened with this. There was a TV show called Topper. Maybe you saw it in reruns. But the dog lapped up the champagne
Oh, yeah.
in the
See,
house.
that's getting a thumbs down
A
from the
big,
show.
huge dog. Now, it's coming up on New Year's and everything.
Yeah.
That you want to make sure you
Yeah.
do not give your dog,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's right. And weird things are actually bad for dogs, like sugar-free gum. A lot of people don't know that. Anything with xylitol in it. So any sugar-free gum, you leave that, like if you leave a pack of it out and your dog eats it, you got to go to the vet. Well, and you got to watch it's usually not anything like that. It's usually something silly like we just went through this with Devin, our other dog trainer. His dog, one of his dogs got in the garbage can. Well, thankfully he works here, so he knows what to look for and when there's about to be a problem, and he was able to get his dog to the vet. This dog had eaten the entire garbage can. It had, wrappers, cake, chocolate. It was horrible. It was very scary. So thankful, Bradner Veterinary Hospital once again, fantastic.
What do they do? They pump the dog's stomach?
Full of charcoal, and out it came.
Holy moly.
Yeah, no, well, and their comment to him was, "You're lucky. You're really lucky." She had half a chocolate cake in the garbage can. And she
Chocolate-
opened the thing to get in it. I'm just saying, dogs are geniuses when it comes to getting in trouble.
And chocolate is something that's a no-no
that's
for
not
most
a good
dogs,
thing.
right?
If they eat a little, if you've got a big dog and they eat one little thing, don't panic. But everything in reason. But if you have any questions at all, call your veterinarian. That's really good. Dogs don't need to eat a lot of people food. We have a nice balance, but diet. Once in a while, it's fine. Everything in moderation, and you'll probably be just fine. And watch the garbage can.
Okay, so one thing I like to hide, and my wife doesn't know I do this, so don't tell her. I like to hide the marshmallow seeds so that, she thinks other people ate them at the holidays, and I got little different places. What about if the dog comes up with a marshmallow? Is that a problem?
I don't know. I've never delved into that. But if a dog ate one marshmallow, I'd be okay. If he ate 20, I'd kind of look at him.
Okay. What about if I ate 20? That's more likely to happen.
I have a hard time with M&Ms. That's what sinks my ship. I love them. I mean, you put them in a little thing, just eat. Oh, it's so good. And then, thankfully, we have millions of great customers and the citizens of Petaluma and our volunteers. Everybody's bringing us stuff now. So we have cookies, and so every time I go into the lunchroom to try to eat my salad, there's some cookies and bagels. Oh. We're just gonna be huge by the end of January. You'll see all of us running around the building in jogging suits.
Okay, so we've talked about the dog and what to look out for.
Yeah.
The reason, of course, is a little bit silly because it has to be, but because I'm involved. So the thing is that we want to make sure seriously though that people watch what is out there at the holiday season because you don't want your dog getting into the cookies, the marshmallow, the chocolate.
Easter lilies. People need just a reminder. And so I usually post something about this on Facebook. And also another good thing, and this is a great tip for everyone watching. We've been running this on our Facebook page because it's been raining and then it stops raining and so we've been getting some storms and then it'll stop. What happens is that the wood expands and contracts. So it's really a good tip right now to go ahead and check your fences and check your latches and check your gates because a lot of wonky stuff is happening and your dog can come right out. Next thing you know, he's here. So, or hopefully here. But yeah, wonky.
Okay, so stay alert out there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about what's going on in the holiday with things.
These cards, they're really, really fun because not that you don't need another what do you call those snoozy? What are those things like they're bathrobes but blankets? Snugglies. Well, anyway, or a Floby or, a Chia Pet or whatever. If you just are done with that, you know what? You can put a gift to use that's going to help the animals. And so what we have here is these are our animal shelter cards where we have actual animal shelter alumni on them. And if you make a donation in honor of a pet or in honor of a relative, we'll send out a card to those people to say thank you and to acknowledge your donation. Some of our beautiful alumni here, kitties and doggies. And so it says, peace, love, and joy, Petaluma Animal Services Foundation. And so we'll send a best wishes for a wonderful holiday and Happy New Year. So, and we will mail it. So all you have to do is come and make a donation and we'll send a card in your honor. And that's a great way to help homeless pets and, not have to shop for a blender.
All right, that sounds good.
That.
Yeah. What about
Have you been to the stores? Have you been? They're a little crowded right now, which is great. I mean, that's great, but gosh, parking and all that. Wow. Yeah.
You know, I'm not one to go shop.
No.
No. So I haven't been to the stores. I just, and I'm not one to buy on the internet either.
Well, you better buy 10 of these for your wife then.
All right, so that'll be okay.
That's right.
How much are those? Just for,
Well, we have one with no amount, which is this one's peace, love, and pause, and it says,
All right.
"Hey, I got a family." So
Okay.
that's no amount.
All
So
right.
You can buy them in 50, 100, or no amount. You could do it for $5.
all right.
We're happy to send it for $5.
All right.
That's great. And money goes to help the homeless pets, and as you.
All right,
think
we'll do that.
Viewers know that we're into that.
We'll do that, and don't tell my wife, and it can just show up as a surprise, and that'll be good, and it'll make her feel good. Because, today she's working. And so
we'd love to see her.
a lot of times she comes down here, and
Yeah.
she's behind the camera when I'm looking at the camera talking about what I eat and
Yeah,
say,
and all
don't
that
tell my
stuff.
wife.
She's
A lot of times
busted.
she knows, yeah.
Yeah, you're busted. Well, plus she probably watches this. Hello.
Well, and she also sees me get on the scale and know it's moving in the wrong direction, so she knows something's fishy
That's
out
right.
there.
That's what's happening to me with those butter cookies and the M&Ms and the sand. And then Lane from Rooster Run brought us these other beautiful cookies, and you just have to eat them. You have to. They just call your name all day long.
See, now, I don't know how this works in your office, but now I think the doctor and my wife are in cahoots because he's got me weighing in every 30 days, you see. And so here I am, yeah. I'm going to weigh in. I weighed in before Thanksgiving. I'm weighing in before Christmas. This is horrible.
I know, it is sad. Well, it's hard to have discipline in the holidays for that. It's hard, and then there's New Year's. So, yeah, January is going to be a little bit of a letdown, I think, but that's okay.
Okay, so what animals do we have available for
Well,
someone that, they want to do the cards maybe, but they want
Yeah.
to do a little bit more? What animals are
We've
here?
had some kittens come available in December, which is unusual, but we have had them and come available. And we've got some dogs, although not all that many. We've been doing a really good job with adoptions, and because every year you think, well, why would someone adopt a week before Christmas? Well, they do. They do. We just never like run our shelter according to weird ideas like that. We're just like, as far as we're concerned, every single day is a party, and somebody's going to need somebody to cuddle with today. And so we just keep rolling. And so we never suffer from those sort of big peaks and valleys. We had a bunch of dogs come in stray, and that's always sad. But what are you going to do?
What about all the dogs from the fire? Have they all found their way home or been adopted into new homes?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. We've got one that was so cute. Oh my gosh, this fire dog. What happened was that she had come in, and Mom and her kids came to see her, fall in love. Well, Daddy thought it wasn't time, and that's okay. Everyone has to be on the same page, so that was fine. Well, 2 days pass, and he's reconsidered this. And so he comes in, and he says, "Oh, my kids and my wife were here, and I wanted to see the dog." Anyway, he sees the dog. Absolutely forget it. He wants this dog. So it was so cute. So we were able to have this little conspiracy where he was going to come back that afternoon with his kids, which he did. And so I was able to sort of officiate the surprise, which was so beautiful. With this dog, it was just insane. So I just got a card for them. They are so happy. So anyhow, that fire dog is home and loved and wonderful. And so the other ones we are waiting. We've got one in that's foster to adopt, one out back who's not adopted yet, and the other one is in foster too. So we're just sort of working on it.
All right, well, let's go inside and take a look at what is here.
Nice.
Hi,
And she
Maggie.
loves everybody. And so she hangs out. Where doesn't she go to work with you? Oh yeah. Yeah, she's over there at the U-Haul. Being a breed ambassador, she is wonderful. She came to us via Sonoma County Animal Care and Control, and she was adopted by Susan and her lovely family. And Susan was such a big help with our Lappy thing that we went through, and she came here for some other unrelated business, and I don't know what happened, but you fell in love. Is that what happened? Pretty much. Yeah. You saw this face, and you thought, that I gotta have, right? So Maggie, we love to see her. She comes by sometimes, and she's just a wonderful dog, and she gets to say hi to all kinds of people in Petaluma. Now you've met the mayor, you fancy dog.
Okay, Maggie. Well, Susan, how long have you had Maggie in your house?
Oh, goodness. We've had Maggie for about a year now.
Yeah.
Real close to a year. And she does great with little dogs, big dogs, kids. She's fantastic.
Yeah, your grandsons. Yeah. The grandson. She's got 4 little grandsons, and they like to hang out and watch movies. And thank you. Dogs are always Aren't they just sophisticated creatures?
Well, they don't have any embarrassment at all. That's it. I need to clear my throat. I'm going to. Yeah. Yes.
Just like kids. What are you going to do? Thank you, Maggie. Really? Well, anyway, she is fantastic, and so we always love to see her. And you know what's been fun today? We've had a lot of alumni come by. You know who was here is we had another golden retriever we did case on, and he had a big tumor. And anyway, it was sad. And now he's not sad. He's with his mom, and he came by, and they gave us some donations. And now we get to see Maggie. So we love our alumni. We always posting that on Facebook because, when you see, this is like for us, like confirmation we did a great job. Yeah. She's got a great family. She's loved wherever she goes. She's just wonderful. And for us, it's like a payday, really.
All
you
right.
know? Thanks, Maggie.
Well, let's go and look at what's available.
Guys.
Yep, future paychecks.
That's right. I think it's wonderful.
Well, here's an animal we haven't featured before. Tell us about Benny.
Benny is a cute little bunny. He's super friendly and easy to handle. At least that's the what they tell me. And he has been super friendly. I come in the morning, and I always say hi to Benny. And he's always, coming forward. Right now, he's probably like, oh, the camera. But he's in there with his Timothy hay. He's got an applewood branch and some toys. Come here, sweetheart. Let's see. Come here. You want to come say hi? Hello. See?
If somebody wants a bunny rabbit for a pet, tell us about this. What's the process?
They're not that hard to take care of. We ask for indoor homes. Some people keep rabbits outside. We prefer they come inside. And they live for about 10 years. They can make friends with other bunnies. You just have to do a transition properly and keep them apart for a little while and make sure that they get along and so on. But they can be really entertaining. They're super fun and friendly, and they're easy to take care of for, as long as you, feeding them a great diet and making sure that, they're safe from predators. That's the key. But a lot of them use a litter box. So it's just super fun.
So a cat and a dog would have run of the house. What about a bunny?
Yeah, they definitely can. A lot of bunny people keep their bunnies are out and about. And like I said, they're litter box trained. And kitties and bunnies go really well together. I don't know if you knew that, but they absolutely do.
What about kitties and dogs and bunnies?
Well, it depends on the dog. See, a dog and a bunny, that's a little bit of difficulty when you're talking about nature. That's just a nature thing. So depending on the dog. So we never say never, but, you've got to be careful.
Okay, so if you had a dog, a bunny, and a kitty,
you'd be okay.
Is the bunny going to line up as an ally with the kitty, or is it everybody for themselves?
Probably. Well, I think the bunny would. Oh, here he's going in his box. Bunnies would be happy with the cat, or even with another bunny. A lot of times people will set them up. It's so interesting. People will set up these X pens, which is sort of like a little pen, and they'll have two bunnies playing in it or two guinea pigs. They really are a fun animal and not quite as intense as a dog. So it can be really good for people who work and stuff like that and want a little furry friend.
So you have Benny available for adoption?
And Cinnamon. Cinnamon has been here. We can't figure out. We cannot find this bunny a home. We have been working on it for months. It's driving us crazy. She's a cute little red bunny, and hopefully we can open this and get some film of her. She's easy to handle, loves kids. She's young. She's spayed. She's wonderful. She's just wonderful. And for whatever reason, we haven't hit it out of the park yet.
It looks like Benny is going through the newspaper.
Oh, he is. He's got newspaper and boxes, and this is what we do to try to keep the whole cage experience here the least boring possible.
I like to get up in the morning and digest the Wall Street Journal. It looks to me like Benny likes to digest the paper in a different way.
In a more literal way. He's a little bit more literal. Hi, Betty. Come here. See, we've got little toys in there for him. And a lot of times our customers will bring us in a bunch of cilantro and they'll eat that. It's cute. I mean, they can be really, really neat. So we've got Benny and Cinnamon. And if a family wanted both of them, we probably introduce them and see how that goes. So, yeah.
Okay, so there you go with the bunnies that make me think about Easter. And that makes me think about the holidays. And you just had a great celebration over there at the historic Hotel Petaluma. Tell us about that.
It was so beautiful. Well, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I've never gone in there because it was always a little, And I went in there. And I was shocked. It was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. They had this amazing fireplace. The lobby is all remodeled. It is just beautiful. So what we did was we set up our whole Santa Paws thing. And so our executive director got dressed in a Santa suit. And next thing you know, we were rocking and rolling. And we had about 40 people come and take pictures, and it was just great. And all the staff at Hotel Petaluma were great. They helped us out. So we spent all day there last Saturday. It was just wonderful. So I definitely recommend everyone just going by, because they've got even some ballrooms and stuff. It's just interesting to go and check it out and look at it. Have you been?
I have been in it before. I haven't been in it since the remodel, but we're headed down there.
Yes, you've got to go. Oh my gosh, they have the most gorgeous lobby. It was really something. We enjoyed it. And matter of fact, during a break, I made them. I was like, "Oh, please, can you show me a room upstairs?" And they were like, "Yes." And I said, "Great." So I went up there. It's very cool. Definitely. Oh, it's a huge bonus. I love it.
Well, in a historic town, it makes sense to have the oldest hotel restored to its original use, which was a hotel use. Right. And so I congratulate them, because it's part of the economic revitalization of downtown. Mm-hmm. And I am looking forward to going over there. But I've been there many times. I just haven't been there since the remodel.
They've done a great job. And they're so friendly and so nice. And one other thing, too, they're pet friendly. No, they are. They were like, that's why they thought of us, because they invited us, and we didn't think of the Santa Paws thing on our own. They were like, they invited us. They called us up. So I said, when everyone calls us up, we go, okay. So we went jetting down there, and we just had the best day. It was super fun. So yeah, we're fans.
You know, the get back to the bunnies here a little bit. It's interesting because Benny is so well behaved, just sitting in his box, just kind of chewing on the morning paper.
Yeah, he is. He's chilling out. And Cinnamon's here. And we always have small animals. We had the best thing happen. Well, it was the worst thing and then the best thing. You want to hear a story? So some maniac threw a guinea pig out the window on 101, cage and all. I don't even want to tell you what I think of that. So we get this guinea pig, and the guinea pig is adorable. But guinea pig's here. Guinea pig turns out to be healthy. Everything's fine, and we throw it into high gear. We don't spend too much time on stuff like that. What we do is try to think forward. So meanwhile, one of our animal control officers, who's the animal police, falls in love with the guinea pig. So what I'm saying to everybody is the animal that was flung out the window by somebody doing a criminal act is now living with the police. So we're so happy, because for Keisha's birthday, she took home her guinea pig, and now she named him Gilbert. So Gilbert went home with an officer and now has 24-hour security.
If we can find one more guinea pig, we can name that guinea pig Sullivan, and then we can have Gilbert and Sullivan and all sorts of music down here at the animal show.
Well, I just love it. We can't do something sometimes with justice, but it seems like in the end, when you get a happy ending, that's some sort of justice, isn't it?
That is a happy ending, especially for the guinea pig, because a lot of times guinea pigs, I mean, let's face it, things don't often end well for guinea pigs.
This guy was cute. He was a little guy, and I remember the first day he got here, he was all scared. I mean, hello. But she posts all kinds of videos of him eating the little guinea pig salad she makes him and everything. It's adorable. So, you know what? That's what we're hoping for all our bunnies, all our small animals, all our birds, because we have a lot of animals people don't realize. We get birds, we get reptiles, we get all that stuff.
Okay, so if people want to make a tax-dedeductible donation, because this is
Hopper Street.
840 Hopper Street.
Or from our website at www.petalumaanimalshelter.org.
And if they want cards sent in their honor?
Yep. All you have to do is send us an email if you've made an online donation and let us know what you would like, and we'll do it. Or you can come on down here and we'll just handle it.
You still have sweatshirts?
We don't.
See, I got a collector's item.
We don't have any. We've got to order some more. We are working on that. Yeah.
All right, get them before the summer. They sell better in the wintertime.
I know, you would think. We have got to get it together. We do. We are the worst, you know.
You're the best.
That would be smart. No, with that kind of stuff, we're kind of silly. But we should have done that. Yeah, because we actually have people who are like, I want this shirt. I want that. We're like, oh, we forgot. So we're taking care of animals all the time. So we get goofed up sometimes.
You do a great job. So visit the animal shelter, 840 Hopper Street. Make your tax-deductible donations. They'll put the money to good work, whether it's Benny the Bunny that benefits, or a hamster, Gilbert, or Sullivan, who will follow, no doubt. It's always something happening here at the animal shelter, and it's always good. Thank you, Valerie Fausone.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it.